Visiting a local history museum is always a great way to explore the past.
But at the Museum of the Grand Prairie in Mahomet, you can learn something new while sipping on a brew.
Look at that.
Look at that. Storyteller Erin Valle has more. Were you sipping on a brew when you wrote that for me?
No, it wasn't, believe it or not. Yes, this museum hosts these fun Night at the Museum events where you can sip on some beer and dive into Champaign County local history. Gotta love that. I visited one event titled Blacksmith and Brews. Here's more on the museum and how it's connecting locals to their past in a fun and informative way.
This museum is so dedicated to local history, but also to telling the history of normal people, of everyday people, not just the big, great men of history. I really appreciate how much work this place does with just you and me.
For Barbara Garvey, the Museum of the Grand Prairie has always been about the stories of the everyday people of Champaign County. Over the past 3 decades, Barbara has grown from museum volunteer to curator. Now she's proud to call herself director here in Mahomet.
I love the fact that we can make history come alive for people.
Although the focus of the museum is narrow, highlighting the history of Champaign County, these exhibits dive deep, unraveling the past, starting from the time glaciers covered this area of Illinois. Exhibits focus on Abraham Lincoln and touch on how people experienced home life in the days of wagons and horses. Travel a little bit further down the timeline and stop at 1968. That's a special year here, because not only was that the year the museum was established, this turbulent time in American history is spotlighted in this special exhibit gallery. Discover everything from counterculture, the space race, and civil rights activism.
We decided to talk about all the social issues that were going on at the time and also how they were impacted in Champaign County.
Barbara says the museum tries to engage with its audience in a number of ways.
Well, everybody's got an interest. Some people really like big graphics. Some people like to read every single label. But some people really need to see how things are done.
That's how events like Blacksmiths and Brews are serving the local community. Literally. During this Night at the Museum presentation, participants can wander around and sip beer from J.T. Walker's, plus attend a presentation from 2 professional blacksmiths. Stephen Mankowski, one of the presenters, says he came to share his knowledge of the trade because, like Barbara, he says the best way to foster an appreciation of the past is to make it come alive.
Hopefully someone will maybe take on the trade or just have more interest maybe in their local history or history of the country and so on.
And garnering that love and appreciation for the past is paying off. Barbara says that the museum sees 14,000 visitors a year, including 8,000 school children and 6,000 people from other public programs. We'll connect you to the museum website on saleliving.tv.